Hey, hi! Imagine you're the CEO of the SSC airline. SSC stands for super cheap, and you just made record high profits this year, so congratulations. You got a call from one of your underpaid pilots. A plane's about to take off, but there's still one first class seat unsold. One passenger, Mr. Souply Cheaply, offered to pay $10 for the seat. Well, you typically charge $1,000, so naturally, you should tell Mr. Souply Cheaply to go screw himself, right? Not quite. Turns out, according to ChatGPT, one passenger only costs around $2.58 on average in fuel on a short-haul flight. And since Mr. Cheaply agreed not to take any food or drinks, he brought his own, it actually makes sense to sell him the seat for just $10, because you're still making a $7.42 profit. After all, the airline you're working for is called super cheap, and as a good capitalist, you should maximize profits for your shareholders, even if it's just $7.42. This is how a Homo Economicus, an ideally rational man in economics, would think and act. He doesn't fuss over what's fixed. For example, the airline's expectation to sell the seat for $1,000. Instead, he only cares about the margin, aka what happens next. He either lets the plane take off with an unsold seat, or he makes a marginal profit of $7.42. And since it's rational, he chooses the latter, and so should you. Though, don't try that in real life. The airline might call the cops on you. Now, let's talk about how we can also be a Homo Economicus and use marginal thinking to make our lives a little more rational. Raise your hands if you fall into one of the three categories. You're a sucker for discounts and tend to overpurchase. You often spend an incredible amount of time fussing over past mistakes. Or you're a perfectionist who literally can't sleep if your furniture is not placed at a specific angle. What? You fall into all of them? Whoa, you are
wonderful.
Okay, let's say you're shopping at Walmart and there's a promotion for condoms. The brand is called Macro Hard. Macro Hard is on sale. While one pack costs $7 individually, now you can get 50 packs for just $50. Now, your monkey brain is probably thinking, one pack costs $7. $7 times 50 packs is... Wait a second. $350. And now I can get 50 packs for just $50. I saved $300. But wait, this is monkey logic. A Homo Economicus, on the other hand, would strictly focus on the marginal loss, $50, and marginal gain, 50 packs of condoms. He would ask himself, does the gain exceed the loss? Well, it depends. If he uses one pack of condoms with his girlfriend or boyfriend a week, he can finish all 50 packs in about 7 months.
Wow.
But if he only uses one pack per year, which is tragic, it would take him half a century to go through all 50 packs. And since those condoms are only good for 5 years, 45 packs would remain unused by the time they expire.
Bruh.
So what should you do? Oh wait, I know. Keep the $50 because you'll never find a girl. But life is more treacherous than misleading condom promotions. Say you bought a pair of Abibas on Temu, already a huge mistake, for $100. You opened the box, and the shoes actually looked fine. Until you saw the logo. Abibas. Abibas, nothing is possible. Congratulations, you've been Temued. You immediately open the app and try to get a refund, but the seller's page is already gone. Turns out, you're their first and only victim.
Bruh.
So what do you do now? Obviously, you can't just forget it and move on. You spend $100. How about some mental gymnastics? You try to convince yourself that the pair of Abibas you're holding is actually a statement against modern consumerism. You see, Abibas actually stands for All Branding is Brainwashing and Slavery. It's made by a group of art students in China as their graduation project. That explains the decent build quality, and the students' names are Ling Ling, Bing Bing, Ding Ding, and Ting Ting. That doesn't sound racist at all. But why did they delete their page? Because they want to drive the message home by denying you a refund, which makes the shoes all the more special. Surely, your coworkers would totally believe this and not make fun of you when you wear the shoes to work on Monday, right? Come on, who are we kidding? They'll mock the out of you. You look at your watch, you've spent 2 hours playing this stupid little mind game. You hate wasting time, but you already spent $100 on these shoes, so you can't just call it quits. Maybe you can sell them to someone else on eBay. Forget it. Turns out it's a federal crime to sell knockoff sneakers. Screw it. You took a knife from the kitchen and tried to carve the logo out. You're wearing these damn shoes one way or the other. But let's start with the middle. Okay, the first B is gone. And the I is gone. Oh shoot, you went too hard on the second B and left a big hole in its place. And now the logo spells ass. Finally, you threw the shoes in the trash and there goes another 30 minutes. Do you see it now? The Abibas shoes you bought are a sunk cost in economics. Unsalvageable, irreversible, that money is gone. No matter how much additional cost or marginal cost you try to throw at it, it only yields a marginal gain of 0. Homo Economicus, on the other hand, would approach it like this. Oops, I've been scammed. Temu can suck my I can't refund it. It's a crime to resell counterfeits, and the odds of successfully carving out the logo are tiny. Sure, I could fly to China to sue the shoemaker, or break the law to resell the shoes on eBay, or hire someone to remove the logo for me. But the cost of all that far exceeds $100. Hence, the shoes are a sunk cost. Therefore, I should spend the next 2.5 hours delivering Uber Eats and make $50, or use macro hard to exercise with my girlfriend 15 times. But the Homo Economicus doesn't just exercise with his girlfriend 15 times. He also understands it doesn't make economic sense to be a perfectionist, because the marginal cost exceeds the marginal gain. For example, I'm from China, the place that sold you the Abibas shoes. But if it makes you feel better, I once bought a pair too. Anyway, English is not my first language, and I sometimes struggle to pronounce words that have too many syllables, like probably. Damn it! So when I'm recording this video, I can either spend the next few hours or even days trying to pronounce probably properly, or I can just stick with probably and move on to my next video and also use macro hard to exercise with my Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you learned something useful today and that will make your life a little better. Probably.